I guess the way we did meet did kind of set the tone for the rest of our musical adventures. We met at a party in Sheffield with a system where everybody was dancing. And I went up to him and said, "Do you like my tight sweater?" He seemed to like that and asked me, did I want to go to his studio. It all started from there, and it really was just messing about and just a reason to kind of get to know each other more than anything else. But it was showing off a bit as well to me, you know, look at my big equipment kind of thing.
Out of that I was dreaming, I was wired to a clock, a tickle by the minute hand, tick-tock, tick-tock.
Well, yeah, in actual fact, neither of us are from Sheffield, you know, but it has become our adopted home, and, you know, I think that's got something to do with our music, because it, you know, we felt when we started it very kind of strongly that we didn't belong to any sort of tribe, you know. We didn't feel allied to anything in particular. And so, you know, it's perhaps a place where misfits can fit in.
He gave us some promise, for me.
The first album just happened, it just kind of just came out. It was so easy for us. I think it was just about the chemistry between us. It just sparked something off and all this sort of stuff came out.
I dreamt that I was chasing the monster out of me.
Neither of us are the boss.
In the corner.
Roisin's methods include napalm and cluster bombs, and mine's a more subtle infiltration with double agents.
It's true.
Wow, 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 wow.
The truth is, we wouldn't really be here if it wasn't very equal and healthy relationship.
You know, I can't control this urge, so I risk what I wager. I lost to a chicken, never was. Hatred never.
I think even when we were making the first album, we thought, well, we can do anything here. It's just entirely up to us, you know, as far as we want to let our imaginations go.
Wanted to be a big shot.
We do everything ourselves, we always have, from, you know, from the writing right up to the mixing of the record and all the production in between and the programming Mark does. And for us, music's always about finding out and, you know, trying out in order to learn, really. It's a main issue for us.
Our sound has evolved over 3 albums. To us, it's a completely natural sort of progression from one record to the next.
Hanging in the hands of fate. Down with the domino.
Second album was a bit more considered and a bit more, a little bit more obtuse.
We have ways to make you understand. We demand you let us in under your skin.
We came back with this second record and we're like, we've got to really try and make our own mark and make something that nobody else would make. And in a way, that kind of got in the way of just sorting the songs out. Say like, would anybody else make this? And then we go, no, okay, that's it, that's done. It's the great rock and roll silliness and indulgence.
I don't regret 1 minute of that. The remix thing is something we've always felt was important to what we did since the beginning, really. You know, you write a song and you present it in your own way, and then around it comes all this sort of satellite music that gets created.
Succumb to this passive sensation, peacefully falling away.
The minute we heard it, we fell in love with that mix. And it did teach us something. And every time something comes back in a new form, your music, your song comes back, you learn something about your songwriting. You learn how far it can be stretched and, you know, how good it actually is, really. The remix of Sing It Back was done by Boris, somebody who really wanted to do that mix, was so desperate to do the mix that did it for nothing, did it on spec, sent it in the post, you know, and you can hear it.
and certainly Boris's track, you know, was a kind of an education in simple, beautiful melodic songs, you know.
My little song, keep you beside me, thinking your name as I say.
You can't sit down in that dress, you have to lie down or stand up, so all day I was either upright or horizontal. It's just quite interesting.
Nothing unusual there then. Luckily, we'd written the songs for Things to Make and Do before...
Including Time Is Now.
Including Time Is Now, before Sing It Back was a hit. We've got to thank our lucky stars, because if we'd had to write subsequently to that, we'd have been very confused. You know, Time Is Now is definitely a bridge between Sing It Back and what else we've done.
And what we're going to do.
And perhaps what we're going to do in the future. So I'm very glad about that. You know, we've been allowed to be ourselves and still bump into the world.
It was the most fun album to make because we had our mates with us when we were actually recording it.
Give up yourself onto the moment. Let's make this moment last.
It's always nice to have our band members around us. They are really like our family, to be honest, at the moment, and for the last couple of years.
You accept it as part of your destiny.
The fact that what we had 6, 7 years ago in Sheffield, you know, alone, has sort of grown into this sort of really very healthy kind of unit of people who all kind of understand what we're trying to do, and they're all really nice people. And I think we enrich each other.
Give up yourself onto the moment. Let's make this moment last.
Involving musicians on this record wasn't just a sort of stylistic thing, it was a curiosity thing, you know. It was like, why do the songs come back? When we go on tour, the songs that we did previously come back stronger the way we do them live. We just wanted to kind of study that. You have to pull it into the studio to really have a look at what happens when these musicians who have a different kind of understanding of music, is what happens when they put themselves into the music and why it changes. I'm really proud of everything I've done with my vocals. I think I've been quite daring and quite open, and the way I've learned to sing has been through being in Moloko, which has obviously been a very open-ended project, and I've not been forced to sort of learn any particular disciplines or whatever. Not that a bit of discipline wouldn't do me any harm, probably. Definitely starting to focus my vocal a bit more, and that's fine by me, because I don't want to carry on doing the same thing I've always done.
Gotta give me some, gotta give me instant gratification.
Every song's different, lyric-wise. I do try not to sort of go over the same ground, but I think as you sort of stand back, you do realise that there are certain themes that go through. It's the freedom, you know, to be wherever you want, whatever you are, really, and an honesty.
But I'm a pure new pleasure seeker.
Something like Pure Pleasure Seeker is about being, you know, there's nothing wrong with feeling stupid sometimes. Actually, you know, doing something that isn't good for you, and sometimes it's good to do that.
Come on, oh, you know that you're wanting now.
Nothing that anybody could say or do now could take that sense of achievement from us after 6, 7 years, after 3 records, totally uncompromised. To me, it's really a band, and it really feels like that on stage. And I think it really looks like that from the crowd as well. I think from their reaction, you know, they can feel that from us. People are beginning to realise that we're here to stay and that we're going to continue to make interesting music, and it's only going to get better, really. We just always will be us, no matter what we try, you know. Don't have to worry about that.